Hi Grade 4! Welcome to our English class for fourth quarter. We are already in week 1 of the fourth quarter. And our topic for this week is about writing a short story, fiction, non-fiction with its complete elements. Before, we already studied about story, but let's have some review. What is a story? Story is an account of imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment and source of information. It is something that happened or something that a person have written. In making a story, we have to consider some elements. It should have setting. It is the place and the time where the story happened. The characters, they are the people, animals, or the creatures in the story. Characters' feelings, what do they feel? Are they happy? Are they sad? What is their emotion? And the plot. It is a series of events that complete the story. So, are you ready to make your own story? But wait! You have to know or you have to decide what kind of story would you like to write, because we have two types of story. The first one is the fiction and the non-fiction. What is a fiction and what is a non-fiction? Let us discuss. Fiction refers to plot, settings, and characters created from the imagination. It is something that could be about fantasy, magic, witchcrafts, or something that don't really exist. Some of the famous fiction stories are The Three Little Pigs, Tuko and the Birds, Dump the Truck in My Heart, and Pandesal Saves the Day. There are actually a lot of fiction stories like Cinderella and Snow White, but I just chose 4 to put as an example. Now, let's go to non-fiction. It refers to factual stories focused on actual events and people. It means these stories really do exist or it can happen. Some examples are The Diary of a Young Girl, Looking for Jose Rizal in Madrid, Noli Me Tangere, and Finding Winnie. Now that we already know the two types of story, have you decided what kind of story would you like to write? But before you write your story, let me give you some tips on how to easily write a story. First, we have to make an outline. But what is an outline? Outline is a brief summary of a particular topic which can help in organizing ideas. It would be easier for you to make your own story and to create an idea if you write it in an outline form. There are 2 parts of the outline. The first one is the topic, and the second one is the subtopic. Topic is the main topic or idea of the story. It is the main idea wherein if you read it, you would have an idea what is the story all about. And in the outline form, it is usually written in Roman numeral. Subtopics give details and support the main topic. It could be 2 or more sentences that further explain the main topic. When you write it in an outline form, it is marked with capital letters. Let me show you an example of an outline. But before that, let me think of a story that I would like to create. How about Christmas being the best time of the year? Let's have that. That is my topic. Christmas is the best time of the year. But what makes the Christmas the best time of the year? We wake up early morning to attend the Christmas Mass. After the Mass, we visit our grandparents. We gather around the table and eat breakfast together. We exchange gifts and play some parlor games. Aside from the gifts, Christmas is about spending time with our loved ones. So now I have my outline. Remember, the one on the Roman numeral or the sentence in the Roman numeral is what we call the topic. And those that are written or marked in capital letters A, B, C, D, and E are called subtopics. Now that I have created my outline, it's time for me to write it in a story format. Remember, when we write our story, we have to write it in a cursive writing since we are already in grade 4. Let's do that. So this is the story that I have. Let me read it. Christmas is the best time of the year. We wake up early morning to attend the Christmas Mass. After the Mass, we visit our grandparents. We gather around the table and eat breakfast together. We exchange gifts and play some parlor games. Aside from the gifts we received, Christmas is about spending time with our loved ones. If you would notice, the first sentence is indented or it is written in one space away from the indented line. And the two sides are aligned to each other. This is the proper way in writing a story in a story format. Now that we already know how to write a story, it's time for you to make your own. Let's have our learning task. Make your own outline of a fiction or non-fiction story you want using the outline format. Rewrite it in a story format. So you have to decide what kind of story would you like. Would you like a fiction or a non-fiction? This is the format that you have to follow in writing an outline format. Remember, the one in the Roman numeral should be the topic, and the one marked or the other sentences marked in a capital letter should be the subtopics. Once you're done writing your story in an outline format, it's time for you to write it in a story format. Remember, you have to write it in a cursive writing, or you have to use cursive. And remember to indent the first sentence and align the whole paragraph. Okay? So now you're ready to make your own story. I will be giving you a scoring rubric to guide you in making your own story. So this would be the scoring rubric. We will look at the content, plot and setting, word choice, and the grammar. The highest grade or the highest point that you would gain is 5 points, and the lowest would be 2 points. So, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your own story. Thank you and happy learning! Bye!